At the age of 50, Padma Kuppa has reached an accomplished stage in her life. In addition to her personal achievements as a wife and a mother, she enjoys professional success as an IT design engineer. She is a founding member of the Troy Area Interfaith Group, and through her work with the Women's Interfaith Solutions for Dialogue and Outreach in Detroit, Padma exemplifies the ways in which friendships can build peace and promote tolerance. And in her role as the first woman to be invited to serve on the board of the Hindu American Foundation, Padma has risen to national prominence, advocating for the promotion of broad-based dignity, mutual respect, and pluralism for all people. She's even been invited to Oprah's house for dinner. Yet in answering the 64 more 10 questions, this woman of accomplishment and prominence becomes just like any of us, talking about the importance of her children, the joy of her husband's smile, and her plan to slow down a little bit, do a little less advocating, and a little more reading. Then, at the end of our interview, Padma returns to doing the thing that simply seems to define and fulfill her. At least for now. Who is the most important person in your life?
There's no one most important person, but my husband and my children all get equal billing.
We'll give you that. What is most valuable to you?
Finding a sense of inner peace.
What makes you happiest? No matter when or how or what happens, it just makes you happy.
I don't know. It depends.
There's not one thing that no matter what it is, it makes you smile or...
My husband's smile.
What do you enjoy doing the most?
Reading.
And what kind of books do you like to read?
A range. I love poetry, but I love Jane Austen. I also enjoy reading science fiction. So Lord of the Rings, C.S. Lewis, that type of...
I saw you were going to give up watching Lord of the Rings one year.
Yeah.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Is it ever frustrating to you, or do you go to read Indian literature because women in our literature are white and not of your culture, not of your belief?
I guess I have a sense of guilt that I haven't written literature that I would like to publish, and so I don't read a lot of Indian women or Indian American, Indian authors, people of Indic origin. I don't read a lot of their work. I tend to prefer mostly children's science fiction kind of books. Those are my favorites.
They're good stuff. Yeah, I get it. What's your biggest life fear, and how do you overcome it, or how have you overcome it?
Being physically unfit, and it is right now one of the things that I am dealing with, that I'm not as mobile as I could be. I have a torn tendon in my right leg. I don't want to ever be physically incapacitated the way I was when I had my knee surgery and my foot surgery.
And so how are you overcoming it?
I'm going to start downsizing some of the things I'm doing. I think automatically with my son graduating, some things will automatically go away. I won't be as involved in the school and volunteering for the school, so that'll help. And then, generally speaking, summer is a good way to get out and about. And then I don't know what else I'll take off my plate, but I will be taking things off my plate.
Is it important to you to spend time with other people, or are you the kind of person that needs to have alone time, introspective time?
I need both. I enjoy time with other people, but I also want some time to unload, unpack, and especially reading.
Mm-hmm. How do you define quality of life?
How much mental peace and stability do I have within me?
Is that a balance issue for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that I'm not doing too much, that I can learn to say no more effectively when I'm asked to help something.
My daughter and I call it setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Do you consider what society terms as important to you in your life, and to what extent? Or are you someone who marches to your own drummer?
To a large extent, I march to my own drummer.
But it seems to me that your culture and your religion do guide you.
Yes.
Those are important tenets for you.
Yeah.
So that does matter.
Yeah.
What's your lifetime dream?
To write a novel and have it be published.
About what?
Don't know. Don't know if it'll be like a Indian American version of Laura Ingalls Wilder, or if it'll be a science fiction like a C.S. Lewis type of book, or if it'll be a Jane Austen kind of novel.
So that has nothing to do with all this high-level activism. This is right down with the girls in a good old-fashioned story.
Mm-hmm. Telling stories.
Will you get it done?
Don't know. I need to stop being such an activist to be able to take the time to do that.
I meant to ask you from the very start, what does Padma mean?
Lotus, like the car.
Oh.
Like the flower.
Yeah, but there was a whole place I went there with the car that was pretty cool. That's awesome. We could keep this interview going for probably for about 3 days, but I really want to thank you.
Thank you.
You have been very kind in tolerating my lack of knowledge and intelligence and allowing me to ask the things that I really wanted to ask. So now I'm going to go home with a much better understanding of your culture. Not good yet, but still better. So thank you.
Actually, I was going to give you, I brought something for you. So when we first started advocating about Hinduism at HAF, they asked us, so are you Shia or are you Sunni? And we're like, no, that's Muslim. And these are the basic tenets of Hinduism. This is a Hinduism to go card.
Hinduism to go. Awesome.
Yeah, and on the back in about 125 words.
English words.
English words.
All right.
Mostly English. I mean, it says Brahman, Dharma, Karma, Samsara, pluralism, the 6 schools of thought, and the scriptures.
I know karma. We talk a lot about karma in my family.
Yes.
Don't you do that to me. Karma. Remember karma. Thank you, Padma. It's been my honor to include you in this year's journey. You will definitely broaden my perspective.